Hello my loves, this is Natalia. Good morning, welcome to my live angel messages, and it is the 21st of October, I do believe, this morning, and I'm coming to you live at 10:30 a.m. UK time. And if you are watching the replay and I'm not saying hi to you, that's because you are watching the replay and I can't see you. But it doesn't mean that I don't like coming back and reading all your comments. So do please comment no matter what. Now, my first thing I want to talk about before I get started is, well, just how many of you are joining me live already. Hello, thank you for so much for being here, particularly those of you who it's very, very early in the morning or very, very late at night. I do appreciate you making the effort to be here. It's so wonderful, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Lots of love to you. And we've got Scorpio season upon us on Wednesday. So in honour of Scorpio season, I've put on a special sale. Yes, the Sun in Scorpio sale. And I've put a few goodies in there, reduced a few things. So I would like you to take a look at that. I'm just going to drop a link in the comments box before we get started, because I gotta support myself through this page. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to be publicising here, but you know how it is. But I do like to give you lots of free stuff. So let's get on to the angel messages, shall we? And I'm going to shuffle my deck of angel cards. I've got an interactive reading all laid out for you there. I'm going to have one of my little messages here from the heart-shaped bowl. And I'm going to be drawing the angel messages from the Angel Tarot deck by Radleigh Valentine here. This is my go-to deck, by the way. You know, people ask me, where should I start with angel cards? And I would tell you, start right here. You cannot go wrong, because you've got so much information, so much depth in the Angel Tarot deck. That was the first deck of angel cards I actually properly started reading with. I read with tarot before that. I used a lot of oracle cards. But the Angel Tarot are just fabulous. The imagery on them. It's by this man called Steve A. Roberts, and it's glorious, honestly. And you can actually buy prints. You can buy prints of some of the cards, which I'm really looking into, because there's one or two of them that I very much like. So anyway, as I'm shuffling and drawing the cards, I'm going to scroll through. I wish I was like, I'd be like an octopus if I could do that, actually. Let me just draw the cards out first. Let's pop that there. That's how we have one. Whoops. It's thrown itself around already. I know it's Monday morning, angel cards. I know. Angel cards don't want to start working yet. They're a little bit sleepy. Let's wake them up. So before I get on to the messages, I just want to take a moment to say hello to everyone who's joined me live. This is wonderful. Linda Rollingson, Danielle Vokes, Jill Scales, Joy Cook, Rachel Hickson, Nancy Zimmerman. It's 5:30 where you are and you're enjoying a good cup of coffee. You'll need one, being 5:30. My goodness, that's commitment. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Marianne Langakar, I think you pronounce your name. Got Morgan. And thank you for your support, Marianne. You're always the first person to comment on my card of the day. Always, without fail. I love you. Shell Javat is here. Good morning to Della Waters. Good morning to Sherry Newman. Good morning to Robin Steele, and good morning to the gorgeous Laurie Fantasia, who has the most perfect name, because you are a fantastic lady. And I have to say, I'm not singling her out, because you're all fantastic. You're all fantastic, and I appreciate you so much. Let's have a word card as well before we turn these over. So which one are you fancying? Does anything stand out to you? Oh, hang on one second, there's somebody at the door. That's so funny. Just one second. Hi. Thank you very much. unprofessional of the postman to arrive just at that second. I was waiting for a delivery, and I didn't expect him to come now while I was doing the live, because he's never really like this, so I do apologise for that, my loves. I was just about to draw you a word card, wasn't I? Did you talk amongst yourselves while I was out of the room? A few more of you have joined me anyway. Good morning to Bianca. Good morning to Hazel. Hazel Guthrie. I'm out of breath now. Alejandra in Ciudad de Mexico. Buenos dias. Sandra Yaskiel. Laura Holman. Val Jane Samuel. Barbara Bamford. Oh dear. Good morning, Sonia Anders as well. You haven't missed anything because I was having a parcel delivered, so I had to go and answer the door. So divine intervention from the postman. Okay, do you know, if I ever got this done without any hiccups, it would be a miracle, wouldn't it? Because this is me, this is my life. I am Bridget Jones, let me tell you that. Right, so let's start with our word of the week. Oh, now this has been coming up in my readings all weekend. I've been reading over the weekend because I've been catching up. I've been catching up with everything because I've had so much work to do. So when I was doing my readings, this word kept coming up over and over. So if you were one of the recipients of my readings, then you will know that this was your word too. So this is very fitting for the sun moving into Scorpio, and then of course lots of other planets will begin to follow it. Mercury's going in there at the end of the month. And you know, Scorpio, it gets a raw deal. It's a little bit terrifying as a creature, a scorpion. It's black, it's got this very, very thick exoskeleton, but underneath it's just a pile of mush, you know, really. And this is about having compassion for ourselves. Often we walk around with our own exoskeleton, our armour on the outside, and we're putting a brave face on it, and we're doing the do all the time. And this can often make us lacking in compassion for others, because we're going, I've got my own problems, mate, get out of my way. I see it every day, and I just want to give people a hug. You know, sometimes that you see people and they're suffering, and the way that they do it is through anger and getting back at others, or, you know, venting, and generally being unpleasant, but actually have compassion for them. And have compassion for yourselves, my loves, because you're going through some stuff too. You've been through some difficult times. You might be going through something at the moment. And, you know, instead of trying to walk on this broken leg, the virtual broken leg, the spiritual broken leg, it's about really taking care of yourself, putting your foot up, you know. Being compassionate anyway for yourself and for other people. That's what I'm feeling today, my love. So let's all have a bit of compassion. Laurie is asking, was it a good parcel? Yes, I ordered a poster to go in a frame that is in this space that's been empty for ages, and I found a beautiful poster, and it's a retro Vogue poster, and it's like a vintage one, like a 1920s one. Art Deco, which that period I love very much. So thank you for asking. Let's see who's joined me before I go into the angel messages. Louise Dick, Lena, Paul Garin, Donna Lawrence, Andrea McSkimming, Bindo Jeffers. Good morning. Pat Brown as well. Alrighty, so the beginning of the week. So this is right through till about Wednesday, Thursday. This is what we've got coming up. We have the Queen of Earth. So those words are going to be very important for you as we begin the work. Thoughtful, creative, warm and sensible. Now, I like the Queen of Earth, and I want to be like the Queen of Earth. She's so down to earth. She's very grounded. She's caring and getting on with all of the practicalities of life. So you may find yourself running a lot of errands. You may find yourself dealing with bill paying, money earning, organising people, and this is in the home and the workplace. So if you work, if you go out to work, then you organising everybody. You're being the rock of Gibraltar for everyone, and you're being like that in the home. But you've got this. Look at her. She's just so confident. She's just going, yeah, I need that. I'm going to pull it towards me. And this reminds me a little bit of, you know, that scene from Fantasia. If you've seen the Disney film Fantasia, where Mickey Mouse, he's using his magic and he's getting all of the broomsticks to replicate themselves and to do all the work around the house, and he's just weaving all his magic, and he's got everybody working for him. And it's a little bit like that, you know, you're running the show and you're doing it in style. And the Queen of Earth is always somebody who is very very sensual, very much in touch with her hands. She loves putting her hands in the earth. So if you might be doing some gardening, you might be doing some cooking, you might be beautifying your home, or doing a lot of very practical things. You know, it's that kind of lugging boxes around, moving furniture, remodeling, or, you know, being creative. But you deal with it all because you love it and you've got the capability, you've got the practicalities. Now, this does take me back to compassion, though, because sometimes the Queen of Earth is just carrying everything on her shoulders and she's trying to do it all. So try not to feel like you've got to be everything to everyone. Even though you can, you're more than capable. Now, this can also speak of a lady who is a Queen of Earth, who is an Earth sign lady, which would be Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn, strong in their birth chart. Being around you this week, very, very helpful, very practical, rolling her sleeves up and going, come on, I'm gonna give you a help with this. And being very supportive of you, very motherly kind of energy, the Queen of Earth. So whether your mom is still with you or whether she's in spirit, you'll feel her around you this week, either physically or you know, spiritually. My mom is the Queen of Earth and my daughter's the Queen of Earth, and they've been very, very supportive to me at the moment. So this resonates very much with me. So Lynn Blythen, good morning. Lynn MacDonald, and Andrea, you have been decluttering, fabulous. And Laura, you got this card last night, how not shocking, because you're always on the wavelength of the angels, aren't you? Fantastic. Geraldine O'Callaghan, good morning from Ireland. Okay, what's our second message? What's the next part of the week bringing us? The second half of the week. Page of Water. So we're heading on into Scorpio season from Wednesday. Got a Scorpio themed interactive. I haven't used scorpions, so look out for our Wednesday interactive. I've used something really lovely that I know you'll love for our interactive reading on Wednesday. But as the sun moves into Scorpio on Wednesday, that's when we go into our emotional energy, very much in touch with our emotions. Now, Scorpio energy is different to Pisces and Cancer because both of those star signs are water. But Scorpio is diving deep into the mystery. It represents the 8th house. It represents the fact that there are some things that we have to go digging and pull them back up and inspect them and deal with them. And you've got to do it. You know, sometimes you don't want to, but you'll be able to rise above it and look down on it. Look at the way she's coming out of the water like that, and she's golden. And then there's all these mysterious helpers. There's these killer whales who are encircling her, and they're kind of giving her psychic messages, like communicating with her. Do not be surprised if you find yourself on the receiving end of some very strong intuition towards the end of this week, the middle to the end of this week, that you get omens, that you see signs all around you. Be open to those. Get your dream diary out. There's, you know, if I have very strong dreams, I always Google them. So just put dream meaning of and then type it in, and you'd be amazed. You know, I had a really weird dream. I didn't even want to tell you about it last week because it's just so bizarre. And I googled it, and there were so many references to it. I was thinking, my goodness, there's so many people who are dreaming this dream. Very weird. But you know, this is your intuition being very, very much on point and asking you to go deep with your emotions, but not to drown in them, to really just try and inspect them, try and understand them. And sometimes you are going to be affected. What you may perceive as negatively, you may be feeling very tearful, you may be feeling emotional. Coming up to a new moon in Scorpio a week today, so when we have our live next Monday, it will be the new moon. in Scorpio, and sometimes the Scorpio new moons can be emotional. You know, it's very much about us dealing with a lot of things. It's so important to make the best use of this energy right now, because we're going into a brand new decade. So try and deal with the things that maybe you've been putting off dealing with, or the places you've been putting off going to in your mind and in your heart, because we want to wipe that slate clean. We want to deal with that stuff and go into the brand new decade feeling as though we have released a lot of things. So yeah, I think it's all good, my loves. It's all good. This can also indicate a lot of feminine, positive feminine energy around you, very supportive females in your life this week. You getting in touch with your divine feminine side in a really big way, and just embrace that, because it's beautiful. All right then, so let's get on to our interactive messages. Let's pop those over there. Carol Byers and Kim Clark. Kim, you just tuned in and seeing the water animals straight away. You love them. Oh, that's really lovely. Good morning to Virginia Mortimer. Good morning to Lenore Orantia. And Lynn, is it Lynn Cool in South Africa? Kim Wincup, hello, lovely. Louise Dick, you've been seeing 333 constantly. That's the Ascended Masters being around you, helping you. Big visionary leaders helping you be a leader in your own life. Paula is here. Susan Joyce, your mum passed last November. Oh, it's a year ago then, my love. That must be very raw for you still. You love that she's around you a lot this week. Bless your heart. Vera Cressy, good morning. Okay, so let's get on to the interactive messages. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to draw you one of these. Hayley Stanfield, good morning. Lena, sorry, you love the candle holder with the wings. You know what? They don't make these anymore. I was selling them. They don't make them anymore, so anybody who managed to get one when I had them is a good, you know, you're very lucky, because I love them so much. They're brilliant, aren't they? Now this is on my online shop at the moment. It's the hammered heart, so it's an offering bowl basically. I like to put crystals in it, but I created some little messages. So there's 30 messages, so you can pull yourself a message every day. So when you order this bowl, you also get the little messages in there. So have a look at my website. I'm going to drop a link in the comments box with a link to my website, which you can take a look at later on. So first of all, if you chose number 1, your message is: there is no competition or comparison. We are all different, and I am special and wonderful. You are. Okay. So if you chose number 2, your little message from my heart-shaped offering bowl is, oops, come on. No matter how good or bad I'm feeling right now, I will make the best of it. Each day is different. Oh, yes, my loves. So each day is different, so enjoy the good. And if you're feeling a little bit fed up today, if you're hurting, if you're dealing with some stuff, just know that tomorrow is another day, as Scarlett O'Hara said. Very, very wise words. And then finally, if you chose number 3, come on, focus, my lovely camera. Dare to live life the way you decide. What are you willing to do to have what you desire? Oh, there you go. Right, so we've got 2 more cards. I hope you enjoyed those. You can stay with 1, 2, or 3. You can choose a different one. And the message for you today, if you chose number 1, now this comes from the Life Purpose Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And this is nutrition. So your purpose is connected to nutrition. How are you nourishing yourself? And how are you nourishing others? So we've got this angel who's doing some cooking there. So this could be a message for you to talk about what are you feeding yourself? What are you putting into your body? I so need to take notice of this, because I'm literally just eating the same things all the time, and I want to have a bigger variety of things in my diet. I want texture, I want colour, I want freshness. I want to do some cooking. I've been collecting recipes like crazy. So this could be your inner Queen of Earth speaking to you and saying, come on, up the ante when it comes to your nutrition. Do you need some vitamin supplements? Do you need to, maybe you want to learn more about cooking, you want to learn more about nutrition, you want to learn more about how certain foods can heal you and can be very good antioxidants and very powerful for you generally with healing, things like herbs, things like different teas and different concoctions. So if you want to look at that, look into that, this is the message for you there. It will resonate with you, I'm sure, in the way it needs to. So we'll move on to the life purpose card for number 2. And this is saying you are protected. Now, first of all, we've got this bouncer-like character here, this angel who's very, very strong and powerful. And he's saying to you, I've got your back. It's like a bodyguard. And he's saying you are safe and supported while you change your career. So you may be thinking about changing your career. You may be thinking about tweaking something. You may be thinking about applying for a different position within the organisation you're working within. You might be thinking about becoming self-employed, or you might even be looking around for a new career move. So there's no hurry with this card, because look at him. He's just standing there and he's going, you know, we're protecting you while you look into it, while you weigh it all up. And just know that you're getting these urges, getting these murmurings. If you've got your own business and you're thinking there's certain things that aren't working, certain things that I'm not really happy about what I'm doing and I'd really like to change it up, I'd like to switch, I'd like to learn something new, then the protection is there, that the encouragement is there for you. So he's not messing with anyone. It's like anybody who tries to get in your way, he's just going to go, "Oi, you cannot pass. This person is making career moves, they're making changes." So the protection is in place, and all you have to do is start to look into things, start to take the steps towards that, whatever that is. Oh, and I've got 44 people watching, so that's a big message for you guys. The 44 is an angel number. It's the number of the angels, and it's just gone down to 43. So you see, I tell you, it's very important looking out for these numbers. So if you chose number 3, creative expression. So again, this relates to the Queen of Earth. You know, she's talking about being this creative lady, and so we've got this angel painting this beautiful landscape. So what is it that you'd like to do creatively? Your soul longs to express itself creatively. Have you been getting the paintbrushes and the pens out? Have you been getting art journals or cookery books? Have you been making jewellery? Have you been throwing pots? Have you been going out with your camera and taking photos? What is it that you like to do creatively? Maybe you like dancing. Maybe you want to remodel your home in some way, do some decorating, you know, do some moving around of your interiors, anything that creates something new and different and vibrant. Maybe you want to be more creative in your work. Ultimately, your soul is longing to express itself creatively, my loves, and so do more of that. Do something this week to get in touch with your creativity. And you know, if you're feeling fed up, creativity is just such a boost. It lifts your soul, it lifts your spirits. It's just wonderful. So we're going to go on to the final message here. So you can stick with the same card number, or you can choose a different one if you like. And if you want to hang around just a little bit at the end, I'm going to show you some things that are in my sale, okay? In my Scorpio Sun sale. So here is your message. Oh, let me just grab the card decks that I've been using, because I know that you like to know which ones they are. So those cards, those ones are the Life Purpose Oracle cards. Beautiful deck, that one. And then this last card that I'm drawing is from the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Linn, who is just a goddess. She's just fabulous. And so she has these beautiful Gateway Oracle cards, and your selection, if you chose this one, is Cultivating Prosperity. Look at that. Those green shoots are coming out of the ground now. So you're on your way. Look, you're producing your crop, but you can't take it out yet because it's still cultivating it. But your angels want you to know it's blossoming and growing beautifully, and you're going to have a fine harvest soon, okay? Just be patient. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. That is your mantra. That is your affirmation. Okay? The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. So just know that whatever it is that you're doing, you are cultivating prosperity. If you chose number 2, you're being asked to share of yourself. Share more of yourself. Have an adventure. Wear a tutu. Go riding on a zebra. You know, this is all about the craziness of life, being adventurous, doing things that are a little bit outside of your comfort zone. And remember, if you chose that one, you also have this being protected while you do things that are a little bit different. I am an incredibly generous being. I am an incredibly generous being. That is your mantra. Push the boundaries, push your own boundaries, share of yourself, give to the world, because you are here to be of service. What is your soul longing to do? What's your soul telling you to do? Where are you being asked to push yourself out there and give more of yourself? You know what was really interesting is I went on a workshop once and this lady who ran the workshop, she was saying, oh, I've got all these things that you can buy that we've used in the workshop, and they'll be available for you to purchase at the end. So we were all like, oh, that's wonderful, yes. So we all bought lots of stuff because we were using it throughout the workshop. And then we were saying, oh, when we run this workshop ourselves, we're a bit nervous about, you know, showing our attendees items that they can buy because we feel like we're selling to them. And she just said, but you're doing them a disservice because they want that stuff, they need it. And if you go, oh no, I'm not going to sell it to you, they're going to have to go out of their way and buy it somewhere else. So they might as well get it while they're there and they've been using the stuff. And she said, you know, you're actually impeding them. You're holding them back. So this, I love that advice, and it still resonates with me 12 years on, that you've got something to give, and when you hold yourself back, when you go, oh, I'm not good enough, or I shouldn't, oh, I don't want to force myself on people, the fact is you're not being generous with your skills, and other people want this. Now if they don't want it, you know, if they choose and then they go, no, I'm not gonna buy from you, or I don't want what you've got to offer, that's fine. Everybody's got a choice, but a lot of people will. Okay. And then number 3, healing the past. Okay, so this goes back to compassion, our word of the week, compassion. And we've got this beautiful plant, I don't know what it is. It looks a little bit like aloe vera, which is a very healing plant. And it's being allowed to grow because all of these bamboo around it are kind of protecting it and shielding it as it heals and as it grows. So your mantra and your affirmation is, I step into my future with strength and clarity. So healing the past, my loves. Remember what I said right at the beginning. If there's some things that are going to come out during Scorpio season, we've got Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio at the end of October. And it's all very healing. It's asking you to go back over things. It's asking you to really search within yourself to do the healing. And then when the healing takes place, you can step into your future with strength and clarity instead of carrying that luggage around with you that you don't need. That's hurting you. Pluck it out, my loves. So anyway, I was talking about my Sun in Scorpio super sale in honor of Scorpio season. So just put a link in there. I've still got a couple of these angel wing mugs, and I've reduced them. I've got my water in there today. I love my mugs so much, so if you'd like one of those, you might want to buy one as a gift or whatever for a friend. I've got a couple of books that I've written, you may have seen. The Little Book of Love and Light. This is my book. This is to lift your spirits every day. It's like sunshine inside and out. And this makes a wonderful gift as well for yourself or for other people. And it's written with complete and utter love. All of the illustrations are done by me. Everything has beautiful quotes in there that are very original and different. Lots of little stories. It's got little places for you to write notes in. So it's kind of like a journal come book come, you know, self-help, whatever. So that's in the sale. There's also, when you order this, you get the ebook with it. So there's an ebook version and it has video tutorials in there as well. Lots of little video messages from me. And then this book is the very first self-help book I wrote, and it's called The Complete Angel Wisdom Workshop. Has this beautiful angel wing on the front of it. And this book, the first part of it, is all about how I began my journey with angels, the very dark rock bottom place I got to, and what kicked it all off. It talks about, you know, my strange relationships with men, and how I got how I got myself out of a hole. And you know, we're always going back in and out of holes though, aren't we? We're never completely fixed. And then I talk about angels. I talk about ways to build your angelic connection. A lot of people ask me about this, and all I can say is just read the book. There's lots and lots and lots of information about this. How to write angel affirmations, all about angel numbers, the archangels. There's meditations in there as well. And angel card reading. So if you want to learn about angel cards, then here is all the information that you're going to need to learn how to select them, to create card spreads, to cleanse and clear your cards, really important. How to really get the very most information and interpret the cards, and to read them for yourself. And then the meanings of different colours within the cards. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot, okay. And crystals. Lots of information about crystals, what you can use them for, different ways of using them to manifest different parts of your life, and how to create crystal grids. Okay, so those are the two books. There's actually a book bundle that's in the Scorpio Sun in Scorpio sale of those two. So take a look, see what floats your boat. Oh, by the way, with the cup, with the mug, you also get some rose lemonade tea. You get 5 of these tea bags. So I'm going to leave it there today, my love. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of your love and support. Have a wonderful week, and I will catch up with you every day with the card of the day, and also with my interactive on Wednesday. Take care, my loves. Bye for now.